In today's hyper-connected world, silence is often misunderstood. Most men assume that consistent communication is the key to winning a woman's affection. They believe the more they text, call, or check in, the more she'll care. But contrary to popular belief, stepping back, sometimes going completely silent, can be far more effective in revealing a woman's true intentions and shifting the dynamic in your favor. The disruption of silence creates a void. When you're no longer in her daily routine, it shakes the comfort and predictability she once took for granted. Suddenly, she's faced with uncertainty. Why hasn't he texted? Is he done with me? Did I misjudge him? That absence forces her to think, reflect, and most importantly, feel. It's not a game, it's clarity in disguise. When you stop reaching out, you're no longer feeding the dynamic that may have relied solely on your energy. In that space, her reactions speak volumes. Sign 1. She panics and reaches out. If she valued your presence, your silence will unsettle her. Panic may set in, prompting sudden messages or calls. It could be something casual like, "Hey, everything okay?" But underneath is fear. Fear of losing your attention, your validation, or worse, realizing she cared more than she admitted. This response is a powerful indicator of your impact. But don't ruin the momentum by rushing to explain your absence. Stay composed and let her continue to feel the loss. Sign 2. She pretends not to care. Some women respond to silence with feigned indifference. She might ignore you, post happy updates online, or subtly try to signal she's unbothered. But indifference, when loudly broadcasted, is rarely genuine. People who don't care don't work to prove it. This behavior is a defense mechanism, a shield to protect her pride while she processes the emotional disturbance your silence caused. Don't panic. Don't chase. Let her mask crack on its own. Sign 3. She stalks you online. When a woman loses direct access to your thoughts and energy, she'll often turn to your digital footprint. She might not comment or like your posts, but you can bet she's watching, analyzing your photos, reading between the lines, and noting every new interaction. This quiet observation reflects her need to stay connected without making the first move. It's also a way for her to gauge whether you've moved on. Don't overshare or seek attention online. Maintain an air of mystery and control. Sign 4. She sends mixed signals. Hot one day, cold the next. Mixed signals are a strategic test to see if you're still emotionally tethered to her. Many men fail here, jumping at every crumb of affection and validating her control. But inconsistency isn't love, it's manipulation. The only way to pass this test is to remain neutral. Don't let her unpredictability shake your foundation. Respect yourself enough to walk away from uncertainty. Sign 5. She questions her decision. Once your attention disappears, she starts to reflect. Was walking away the right choice? Did she undervalue you? These doubts stem from the loss of your validation. Suddenly, the decision to pull back feels less like rejection and more like revelation. The key is not to convince her otherwise. Let your silence and self-focus trigger the reflection. If you remain grounded, her doubts grow stronger. Sign 6. She tries to make you jealous. Expect sudden posts with new men, flirty captions, or snapshots of an exciting life. But don't be fooled, this isn't about her moving on. It's about trying to get a reaction from you. Jealousy is her tool to check if she still holds emotional power over you. The smartest move? Don't react. Stay cool. Silence in the face of provocation is strength, and it'll leave her wondering why her usual tactics no longer work. Sign 7. She moves on too quickly. When she seemingly replaces you overnight, it's rarely genuine. Quick rebounds are often emotional band-aids, ways to avoid dealing with her own feelings. This behavior says more about her inability to process the breakup than it does about your worth. Don't internalize her actions. Real connections take time. Let her chase temporary distractions while you focus on meaningful growth. Sign 8. She becomes curious about you. Your absence creates a mystery. Curiosity grows when answers are scarce. She'll check your socials, ask mutual friends, and replay past conversations. That curiosity keeps you in her mind. Don't rush to fill in the blanks. Let her wonder. Curiosity is a seed that often blossoms into deeper reflection. Sign 9. She blames you for the silence. If she accuses you of going cold, understand it's not about the silence, it's about her discomfort. Blame is easier than accountability. Your retreat forced her to face parts of herself she may not want to confront. Stand firm. Don't defend your decision or apologize for setting boundaries. You're protecting your peace, and that's never something to be sorry for. Sign 10. She respects you more. Ironically, the very act of pulling back often earns the most respect. When you stop chasing, you show self-worth, confidence, and emotional independence, traits that women admire deeply. You're no longer the guy begging for approval. You become the man who knows his value. Silence, in this case, becomes your statement. It says you don't settle for less than mutual respect and genuine interest. The bottom line: most men believe more effort equals more affection. But the reality is, over-pursuing often leads to being overlooked. When you stop contacting her, you're not playing games, you're revealing truth. Your absence removes the performance and forces authenticity to emerge. If she truly values you, she'll step forward. If she doesn't, you've saved yourself time and heartache. Either way, you win. Remember, your value doesn't depend on her response. Focus on becoming the man who doesn't need validation to feel worthy. That's the man who commands both attention and respect.